This video is sponsored by Ubisoft. Hello everyone, this is an early access preview of Anno 117 PAX Romana. And if you know anything about me or have been in my streams in the past, you know I love RTS games. I love city building and specifically Anno 1800. This is going to be a somewhat raw playthrough, roughly an hour of playing the game, explaining some new aspects to the Anno scene as well as a few returning ones from previous games, including diagonal roads as well as land military, which I'll be getting to later in the game. If you're new to the series, I'm not going to go too in-depth into the mechanics of the game, such as the specifics for supply chains, optimal layouts and ratios, or things along those lines. This is mostly just going to be me playing the game, experiencing it with you, showing my favorite parts of the game, as well as a little bit of combat. Now, whilst I can't dive too deep into this game based off of the restrictions, I will be putting out some videos once the game fully releases because, just like previous Anno games, it is incredibly fun. Once again, thank you for Ubisoft for sponsoring this video. You can pre-order Anno 117 on Ubisoft Connect, Epic, or Steam for PC as it releases on November 13th. It is also available for Xbox and PlayStation. Now let's jump in. I swear that, and I'm not making this up, the name Fionn MacCool was randomly generated. But we are Marcus, aka Fionn MacCool. I'm going to do everything normal, so you can customize any of your settings, obviously, but you can customize it pretty in-depth. I'm having no tutorial because I have played quite a bit of Anno that I feel like I can explain it fairly well. But you can, like, good consumption low versus high, how much maintenance cost is, construction refunds, research speed. Like, you can customize this pretty vastly. I'm going to keep everything on default, however. Our starting fleet, we start with just our flagship fleet. Well, it's not even a fleet, it's just one ship. Our starting island, all of our goods, this is how it is on normal. The game world, we're going to play on an archipelago. This is basically the standard map. It is 4 big islands that all of your rivals are in the middle, and then all the rest of the islands are surrounding it. We'll do a regular map size instead of a large one, just specifically for this video. And then everything else we'll just keep on easy. Kaizo, he is the NPC that you're always at war with, basically. And then we have 2 different choices for Emperor Calidus, as well as Julia Augusta. He definitely likes to be a little bit more ruthless than she is. I think we'll go... Do we go Calidus? Do we go Augusta? We'll go Calidus. And... the setup now, our governors, this is our boy right here, Dorian. You'll find out later. He's our boy. Teragon and Lycia Ma. And let's go. So the 2 provinces that you start with, there's Latium as well as Albion. Albion is basically the Roman version of the UK of when Rome went up that way. And Latium is basically the center of Rome. We're going to be playing, or not center of Rome, but you get what I'm saying. We're going to be playing on Latium. This is basically the classic Anno experience. Fertile lands, everything. But they are 2 very different cultures in this game. Now let's set sail. Let's watch this cutscene.
Latium was once Empire's beating heart. A beacon of power, decadence, the arrogance of man. Then fiery Augustus gave voice to the gods' anger.
That's going to be important, fire. Fire is a pretty important mechanic in this game.
Among the ash lay a chance for humility, for change. Yet we mortals are fickle. Hubris
True.
rises in us again, and in a new dawn's light, the question remains: can we build a better world, or are our past sins destined to repeat?
We're going to find out. Let's find out. So just like other Anno games, the beginning of your island is your trading post, and if with us, our ship. Now what I like to do is set my starting location as well as my ship on hotkeys. So you can set ships or buildings, whatever, to hotkeys by pressing Control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I set my ship as Control 1. That way, when I'm wandering around the map and I want to figure out where my ship is, I just double tap it and go right back to it. I've played a lot of RTS. StarCraft is my background, so I'm very used to doing these things. Same with our starting location here. If you press Control F5 through F10, you can set camera hotkey locations. So you can just, once you press Control F5 and Control F6, to go back to them, you just press F5, F6 respectively. So I usually have my starting location as Control F5, and then F6 is going to be rival islands, my second island that I start at, etc. That's just a very easy way to, like, you know, you're bumbling around, you need to go back to your beginning of you're working around over here, you're like, oh, I need to go back to the island. You can just hit F5 real quick and go back. So what I'll do is I like to go explore with my ship. Since we are playing the archipelago map, and I've played quite a bit of Anno, I know that the other rivals are going to be over here, here, and here. So we're going to go check right here first, and then we'll go up here and up here. And if you shift click, you can move your boat around that way. And while we wait, let's go ahead and start building. Previous Anno games, you always start with your woodcutters, your lumber mills, etc., your sawmills. And we'll place down just like 2 or 3 of them here. We'll do 3 in the beginning. And we need sawmills to refine the lumber, so let's place down our roads as well. And we'll just do 3 lumber mills for our 3 woodcutters. Now you might notice something here as I'm placing roads down that's a little different than previous Anno games, is that you can place roads diagonally. Oh, hi, Licia Ma. I'm busy. I'm talking about roads. Oops.
What is yours?
Well, we found our first rival, Licia Ma, that I was mentioning previously. Let's go ahead and say hi to her. She is the daughter of a silk merchant. How do we respond? We'll say a polite greeting. I enjoy having her as an ally in this game compared to the other rivals. Well, actually, one rival is a little bit better than the other two.
You want some skewer, mate?
No, I don't. So with that, we have our warehouse here. Obviously, this one can't reach this warehouse, but it's just going straight to the woodcutter, so it doesn't really matter anyways at this time. But as I was stating, you can place roads diagonally now. So instead of just having straight square grids, we can go diagonal, which is funny because the Romans are known for making their grids, but we can make our grids sideways. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and plop down some houses. So I'm going to figure out different locations where I like to build. We have a lot of different mountain slots, just like, you know, iron mines, things along those lines. The only different thing now is the river slots. Previously, you would have little mounds for building clay, like clay mounds over here. Now they are replaced with river slots. You build the clay via river, as well as other important goods. There's like food as well that goes there. So we're going to go ahead and just place some houses down. And I like to do this. I saw a speedrunner do this. I know that there's some other layouts, but I saw a speedrunner do this, and I really enjoyed this setup here. Hey, Dorian, my best friend that I've ever had. We love Dorian. There's a very specific reason why we love Dorian, but we love him. Dorian Manlius Scaevola. Remember, he hails from the provinces of Hellas. How you do wish to respond? Polite greeting. Like I said, he's my favorite. Exactly. Who doesn't raise a sweat doesn't get you ahead, man. He's our favorite himbo. But now that we've unlocked our Libertas workforce, we can start placing things that they need. This is our tier 1 civilians, I guess is the right word. That require, and our start of our first production chains here. So they need food. We don't have enough lumber for that. That's okay. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and set hotkey points for my rivals, so that way when I want to go and get...
Everyone's on a different diet.
Dorian, please, I'm trying to talk about hotkeys. So whenever I want to check the contracts of different rivals, I can just go working over here, hit F6.
I don't interfere.
And
I have to.
go and check on everybody. And there we go. As you can see, I'm checking where my boat's at by double tapping 1. So, because of that, we can build our fishery. And there's our final rival, Teragonus Taurus. Ithagus Teragonus Taurus. Hello. Sure. We'll just stay friendly with everybody for now. Him, we don't really care about that much. There's a specific reason. We'll get into that later. They also need oat farms for our porridge. They need porridge. So if you have never played an Anno before, in order to upgrade your base civilian units to the next tier, they have to give them something. There's a food category, a public service category, and a fashion category. So they need one of these in each of these categories 100% in order to go to the next tier. We're going to be giving them sardines. It might help if I connect things via road. And I am going to put down a warehouse here, by the way. We'll just put one right here. But we need more wood for that. Warehouses allow you to store things. Otherwise, your stuff, the wood that you're getting, the lumber that you're getting wouldn't go anywhere. So let's also set down an oat farm as well. And we'll just place it over here. I do like placing my farm stuff in the beginning. Did I just do that? I like placing my farm stuff in the beginning of the map. I think it looks a lot better aesthetically. I think it looks aesthetically pleasing is what I'm trying to say. So we'll go like so. What do you want? Tutorial governor requests. Hello, Elibertus passes you, straining under a heavy load of timber. He carries the hopeful air of one who has recently celebrated his manumission. Despite his burden, he stops and hails you as governor. How do you respond to him? I seize his goods. Yeah, let's do that. I think people will like that. Now let's buy a supply from him.
That's the way of it then.
Yeah. Thank you.
Your freedmen won't forget.
You're right, we won't. Let's go ahead and build this here. We just got a bunch of timber that we can use. So we'll build the oat farm, and oat farm takes 1 minute to process, and you have to turn those oats into porridge, which also takes 1 minute to process. So you need 1 porridge stand for 1 oat farm here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put a porridge stand right in here amongst the rest of the houses. Let's actually start to expand a little bit. And you'll see why I am building that in a specific way there. Here we go. We can get some houses. And that's the exact reason right now. So we've unlocked the market as well as the tavern. They are public services. They give you an area effect, +1 population and +1 income. So if you place down a market right here, all of the buildings in its radius get +1 population and +1 income added to your empire. Oh, let's go ahead and build that warehouse here. And I'll have to build another one up here because it cannot reach it. And that's fine. I could always move it. We could just do this. We could do a little shuffling. And that should be able to reach that. Yeah, so it reaches it. If you press G, you can relocate things. I've played this quite a bit, so I apologize if sometimes I forget to explain what I'm doing with my hands really quickly because I tend to use hotkeys quite a bit. So because of that, the way I have this set up here, I love this setup because you can move things around to fit things in, and we can perfectly fit in a market as well as a pub right in here, and it's going to reach all the way down except for this last singular house. And let's go ahead and upgrade both of these. Now, in order to get the fashion to unlock them, we need 50 Libertai. We're at 47 out of 50. We're going to get that in a few seconds here. Oh, literally as I'm talking about it. And that's just another part of what the residents need in order to upgrade. So as you can see, I have the food category 100% fulfilled because there is enough fish for demand. Sometimes you can go 50% sardines and 50% porridge, and that will fill it all the way up. We have the public service category at 33%. You can see it's slowly rising because it was just built. It's going to take a little bit for it to fully fulfill these units or these residents' needs. And now we need fashion. We have 0 supply of that, so let's work on some tunics. In order to build a tunic, we need hemp farm and a spinner. 1-to-1 processing time 1 minute. Spinner 1 minute, so the ratio is 1-to-1. And we'll do the exact same thing as we did over here, except tunics also have an area effect income, which gives area effect, which gives +1 income to surrounding buildings. So you kind of want to build those near your houses or anything around that is going to get +1 income for that. So I like to do this. This is a little, I guess you call it puzzle problem solving. Oh, and as you can see, we're just discovering islands everywhere. The reason why I want to discover these islands pretty quickly is because as we upgrade our civilians to, or upgrade our residences to the next tiers, we're going to need different resources. So as you can see on our starting island, we have mackerel, flax, murex snail, oyster, sturgeon, and iron fertility. But we're going to need some things later on like lavender. There's a lot of different things that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. Hemp. No, we have hemp. Why can't I think of it? Grapes. We need grape fertility, but we can't build it on our island because we don't have that fertility. However, like you can see here on this island, it has both olive and resin fertility, which we will need 100%. So we'll probably settle this island second. Maybe this island for the lavender. We'll probably do both. But we're getting way ahead of ourselves. Oh, hello, Diana.
Mother reckons keeping the codices does me good, but I'm literally dying to get back to Rome. So
we found not a rival, but a part of the Empire. This is the Diana. She is the mouthpiece of the Empire, basically. And she can also do contracts. You can sell your boats here, which we will do. And let's go ahead and start building. Like I said, we have this little puzzle that it's a setup that you can do with a hemp field and your spinner, and it fits perfectly within each other like this. I love making these. These are very satisfying, and it's one of my favorite parts of all the entire Anno series is figuring out the puzzle of where to place your unit, your buildings that also have the requirements of them, like, you know, the pig farms for soap later on. And the same thing with the sheep farm and the felters. The felters also a part of the fashion that they require in order to upgrade. And just like that, our city increased, which will allow us to unlock some more things, but it also comes with some negative downsides. Our happiness goes down, as well as our fire safety. You can see we are at fire safety is an attribute that determines the severity and frequency of fires and infernos. Basically, how much the fire is going to be spreading. It's very important later on. It's very important. But as you can see, because of that, we unlocked the city watch, the Vigiles? I'm actually not sure how to pronounce that. But we can't build it yet because we require clay, or tiles, which requires clay, and we can't get that until we unlock the plebeians, which is the next upgrade for our residences, which we're actually getting pretty close to fulfilling. So I should probably build a warehouse up here to reduce time, so that way these don't have to go all the way down here and bring it all the way back up. When this is done turning the hemp farm into the spinner, it doesn't have to go all the way down. It can just go right here instead. Let's go ahead and work on the felters as well. They require a sheep farm, which is a pretty easy footprint, thankfully. You just have the sheep farm, and you put those like that. And we can also, the felter also does the same exact thing. It gives an area effect of income +1. So we want to do the same thing over here, is place it in an area that'll reach a lot of buildings. So we'll just place it right here. And you might be noticing too that why are my buildings like white and grayed out? It's because I have planning mode turned on, so you can place things down as much as you want without actually building it. And then when you want to build it, you can press the U button, or click right here, and you can upgrade it. But we're going to go ahead and delete all of this right now. We can upgrade that, however. And let's build some more houses. We'll do this. And we'll click the road button. If you hover over all the buildings, if you hover over a building or something like that, it'll automatically place or hover and put roads there, and you just click it and it builds the whole thing, which is I really like. Makes it so much faster. There we go.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Oh, thank you. Now let's speed up here until we unlock the next tier. So we've gotten enough resources in these houses to start upgrading these to the next tier of residence, and we're going to do that. Let's do that right now. Boop.
All our hopes rest on this
shining pillar of civilization.
Yeah, I agree. The plebeians introduced herself. So that's the next tier where they require not just the original resources that you have given them, but also require additional resources. So they need better food than just porridge and sardines. They also need bread and or garum, so they need one of these. And as you go up each tier, you need an addition. So they need one of the first tier as well as one as the next tier. And if I'm going to upgrade this to the third tier, I need. Well, we'll get to that. Once we upgrade to the third tier, we need one of their tiers to upgrade to the fourth tier, and so on and so forth. People request my decision. The crowd can I talk? Fall silent as you ascend to the rostrum in the public square. You, a living symbol of the eternal city, must now find words to guide them. Do we do faith, the pursuit of knowledge, science, honest labor, so we give extra upkeep cost, or liberty? I generally like knowledge because knowledge makes you research things pretty fast. We could also do faith as well. Do you want belief or knowledge? Let's do knowledge for this game. Yes, I agree. And now there's an area effect over the entire island. All buildings gain +2 knowledge, but -1 belief.
Friends with everyone, man.
I am indeed, Dorian. You are correct about that. And because of that, now we've unlocked research. So research, it gets pretty extensive this game. There is a research tree. There's economic, civic, and military. And it's a pretty large tree, as you can tell. There's a lot of research that can be done. The economic is self-explanatory, upgrading trading posts, warehouses, upgrading roads, getting extra benefits from your buildings. Civic is more towards like the public health, so you get like latrines, which helps the health nearby. Wells you can use for water safety, watchtowers. Okay, go away, Kaizo. We'll talk about you in a second. As well as upgrading your marketplaces, as well as education. And then military, I mean, it's just upgraded military stuff. You can get legionnaires, as well as ballistics, scorpions, so on and so forth. But what we're going to do is immediately upgrade the trading post.
Ship is under attack.
What? My ship is under attack. Oh, run away, run away, run away, run away. I should have been paying attention. Uh-oh. Oopie goopies. I was not paying attention. So Kaizo is another NPC just like the Emperor, except he is always hostile and you're always at war with him. I'll say extend a polite greeting to him. But yeah, if you go by, as you can see here, you start getting attacked automatically. But like I said, you're always at war with him. So you got to be careful because he will raid. He'll send patrol boats around. But now that we've upgraded, let's start working on the things that the plebeians need. So they need bread. That's pretty simple. So it takes 1 minute to build wheat. A grain mill takes 30 seconds. And the grain mill is another thing that is added to the river slots. As you can see here, we need a clay pit as well as a grain mill. And since we've unlocked the plebeians, we can get tiles, or start working on tiles, which requires clay pits. So let's go ahead and figure out the area.
Of your time, Ere?
Figure out the area where we're going to build our like factory stuff. And it's probably going to be over here. I think this is probably where we want to expand our factory things. We have a beach, we have 2 mountain slots and a bunch of river slots. So we can just work on the clay right here. Oh, dude, the music is... This is one thing I love about Anno games. The music never disappoints. Oh, hello, Teragon. Teragon quest available.
If you are truly my friend, then this is your chance to prove.
My wife and son are in danger and it is beyond my power to help them, but not beyond yours. Sure, we'll help you, buddy.
Thank you for coming. It's my wife, Narape.
What'd she do?
Got herself in a considerable mess. Spilt blood in a temple. Hit a servant girl.
That feels a little extreme.
My son, when they came to arrest her, he stepped in. It was foolish. But then he's just a lad.
That does seem pretty foolish.
They're all I have left in this world. If you could speak to the Emperor, speak for them. No one could think you biased.
Okay. Sure. Sure, bud. So we have quite a bit of things here now to build. As you can see, we have negative faith. that is something we will unlock at some point. But you get religion, which is a patron god for your cities. That is new to Anno. And now we also will need to build the villa, which is our governor building. Generally, you want to place it further away from the coast because if you are getting under attack, the AI will go for your governor, your villa. I'm just going to place it pretty close to town in the beginning for the sake of this video. And we'll do something like this. We'll put it literally right here. And this is one of the reasons why I love these 9x9 tiles, which I guess are technically 11. Put the villa right there. Here we go. So here's our clay pit. I'm actually going to go across like so. Almost. There we go. Like this. We'll put this one over here. And we are going to need one for building bread as well, so we'll put that there as well. Let's get rid of this. But we need tiles, and we need tiles ASAP. In order to build tiles, we need 2 tilers for every 1 clay pit, because you can see it's 30-second processing time for the clay and a minute for the tiles. So every 30 seconds clay is coming out, but it takes a minute, so it's a 2-to-1 ratio. We also need something to... we need fuel for our tilers as well. That's why it's straight down here. And we need charcoal, which you place in the areas where trees are at. So it's very similar to the lumber mills, except we need charcoal for it. And this is fuel for our what I was saying earlier. So let's go ahead and start building this. We need, like I said, 2 tiles, 2 tilers. We're also going to need a warehouse over here. And let's just go ahead and upgrade that. We could obviously do this a little bit better when it comes to planning, but we're just going to leave this here for now. And I don't know if you saw that, but we found Diana, a different side of the, I guess, Emperor, or a different side of Rome. Let's go ahead and hotkey this. And as you notice, now there's a little arrow over the lighthouse. It's going to be little arrows over every single rival. These are contracts that you can get for money, doing things for them, as well as... Oh, perfect. As well as specialists. And specialists are people that give attributes to your cities that you can place inside villas, as well as specialist or officium buildings, which are specialist offices. So let's actually do that one, because I think that one was... Specialists are really nice to have early on. Ooh, 39 Piliuses? That's quite a bit. We could always sell the specialist too, but since it's not a timed one, it's not that big of a deal. We'll say yes to that. This is an easy way to collect money too, so let's go ahead and start working on some of these.
Only the humble retreats of our countrymen.
What do they all want? A lot of crates. What is this? Seafaring captain to sandals. I'm not going to get that for a while. All right, let's go and start working on some of these. Where's my boat? All the way over here. Are there any nearby? There's one nearby. That one nearby. And, okay, so let's do Dorian's first, since there's one literally right here. And we'll go back to our play here. So have we started collecting any? Just about. They're currently working now. So while that collects and while we go collect all the flotsam, we'll skip ahead and start working, get set up our bread factory and our garum. Albeit, oh, we can do garum. We have mackerel fertility. Okay, so let me get this all set up and I'll be right back in 1 second. Now, while we are working on picking up the lost cargo, which you can see there's some right here. If you just hover over it and right click it, we've gotten this one here for Dorian. Well, let's go work on another one while we're at it. I unlocked some things while I was working, so I've set up some farms over here. We've got our mackerel for... We've got our mackerel for our garum set up over here, which we have built two bakery over here. And we've also started working, we've built a couple fire city watches. But in the midst of that, we also unlocked the military. So this is something I wanted to show off for this run specifically. Is apart from we have naval warfare like in previous Anno games, but the main one in Anno 117 is land military. So we start off with a barracks. That's where all of your military gets recruited from, which I'm going to place right here. And then you also have palisades, which can close in your city. I am putting everything on the building mode, planning mode right now, as you can tell. But this is to stop, if you get invaded, this is to stop invaders coming onto your lands. And you also have a gate, a wooden gate, and this closes automatically whenever you get invaded or under siege, as well as archer towers to help defend your land as well, which I'm going to place preemptively right around my land here. Am I picking up that flotsam? I am indeed. And then also you will need to craft weapons, just in like previous Anno games. You will need iron mines, which luckily we have some. 2 smelters and some weaponsmiths. We won't do that just yet. We're gonna wait a little bit here and get our city up and roaring and ready to go. So let's do a little bit more planning. And while we're at it, let's do some diagonal planning. Because why not, right? We're here. And we can. It's Anno, and we can build things diagonally. So let's do that. Now we're starting to get to the point where we're unlocking new things as well. We are continually upgrading our island. We keep getting more plebeians. We keep getting more liberti. So more things start to unlock as our citizens need more things. So not only do the plebeians need food, public service, as well as fashion, they also need household, which includes the amphorae and the olive oil. Now, I don't have either. So amphorae requires resin, which we do not have, and olive oil obviously requires olive fertility, which we do not have. So we are going to have to settle a second island. Probably this one specifically because it has both resin and olive on it. But we'll worry about that later. Let's get our villa down.
Always bribe your own guards before someone else does.
Oh, thank you, Lysiama. And I do need a warehouse, so maybe I just place one over here.
I dare say the beginning of a mighty legion.
Oh, you think so? Actually, let's put one over here. Like so. Upgrade, that should be able to reach. Let's also upgrade these houses. And I did a little bit more planning over here, adding another tavern and a marketplace, because these have a very limited range, as you can see. This goes over maybe, I think it's 10 tiles, maybe 15 tiles on each side. Oh, our city status increased again. But because we are increasing now, we need... Remember what I said about fire, how fire safety is going to be important? He hates having negative fire safety, and it's okay. Having negative fire safety isn't the biggest deal in the world until it gets to it actually affecting our island. But with that, we unlocked the Sanctuary as well as the Grammaticus. That gives you +1 happiness and +2 belief for the Sanctuary, and Grammaticus is +3 knowledge. Since we are going knowledge-based this game, I mean, we're gonna add both. But let's first add the Grammaticus. That increases the education of our island. And the Sanctuary gives us the faith, which allows us to work on a religion. And there are different gods to worship in this game, and they all give different benefits. And we're going to pick a very specific one when the time comes. Let's just place both of these down here. And how much is it? It is 5 lumber and 10. Okay, and this is 10 and 5. So we can upgrade both of these while we're at it. So let's do that. That's going to give us enough faith here to select a patron god. And we keep unlocking things. There's so many things to talk about to unlock. But now as you unlock your city or increase your city status, you gain more city watch. So we get the Custodia, which is fights unrest in the city. And then we also have the Medici, which also treats health in the city. So let's go ahead and place this down somewhere. We'll place it here for now. And we also unlocked harbor buildings. So now we can actually start building ships. So we'll place this down here. We're going to need ropes and sails. Another supply chain. So we need hemp and ropes. This is a 2-to-1 ratio. 1 minute for hemp farms and 2 minutes for a rope maker. Same with sails. 30 seconds for a sheep farm and 1:30 for a sail maker. So 3-to-1 ratio. But we'll worry about that as time comes on. As time goes on, I should say. So now let's select our patron god. We have 3 to start off with. We have Ceres, which is the August Mother of Fields. You basically get extra production for your food and the like. All residents provide additional population. You increase production of all of these things here, and you get more things as time goes on. So required devotion 50, you get 10% productivity, an extra shrine. Same thing with the rest of this year. We have Neptune, who is the Lord of the Sea. You get increased production of things in your harbor buildings, your garum, oysters with caviar. You also get more durable and reduced upkeep on your newly constructed ships. And then we have Mars, which if you know anything about Mars, you shouldn't be surprised whatsoever. Extra increased production for military production chain. And you have higher morale and reduced workforce and upkeep. We're going to work on Ceres for the time being. This is a very specific reason, and then we'll switch over later on.
Their devotion to Ceres, the more plentiful their yields.
Okay, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy, Teragon. And look at that, perfect timing. Now we finished 2 quests here, so let's go and turn those in for money, and then we'll also do Dorian's, and then we should have enough time to do Diana's at the same time. And another reason why I've also been building, I really enjoy building this square, this town square, because later on we'll get a few things that you can do something like this, move it back, and there's a lot of things that require only 2 tiles or 3 tiles to build on. So you can pull this back and then add the little 2 tiles there.
Make a lot of money selling bread.
But if you didn't want to do that, or you didn't need a building to do that, you can also place cute little courtyards for the aesthetic purposes. Oops, let's take this off planning mode. You can change the ground patterns, so you can have hard earth, grass, flagstone, which is this right here, you know, mud. We're just going to keep it on hard earth for now. And then you get to add trees and the like. So we're going to you can do cute little courtyard stuff like this. Make it very aesthetically pleasing. Maybe add some planter bushes around it. And now instead of just looking barren and dull like that, now you can start to do stuff like this, which looks I really enjoy. This is something I really enjoy about the Anno games, is getting into the mini detail aesthetics part of it and creating different parts of the game that are just like creating, I don't know, little, I guess you call them little art pieces, little miniatures. I love miniatures. I love trains. Big surprise. Boast, the guy, he loves trains, but I do. And I also so it makes sense that I love miniatures. Now, every once in a while, you can start hosting festivals in your cities. Basically, just gives you area effects along your entire city. So this festival, because we have chosen Ceres as our patron god, bakeries, vintners, and breweries on islands get +1 income for 4 hours. You have to either pay for the festival or you could provide resources. I don't have 30 bread, but I do have 2,000 gold, and we also get a specialist. So let's go ahead and do it now. And we just, sorry, there's so many things going on, so I do apologize if I'm a little discombobulated when it comes to explaining things. Yeah, look at those gains. I agree, Dorian. But I just turned in the quests for both him and Teragon, and now we need to go finish Diana's quest. Hold on, where is her 2 flotsam? They're both right here. Okay, let's go here first. But here is our festival. It is currently happening. Can we see it yet? Let's speed up time a little bit. Here it is. Yeah, you can see the festival starting down here. The shrine to Ceres right here, being floated on a carriage that's being pulled currently. I thought it was being pulled by horses, but no, it's being pulled by people. That's so funny. I never noticed that, actually. As you can see, we've developed a little bit more too. We've added a couple more sanctuaries in Grammatici. We've added some more houses. We do need to upgrade more of these into our plebeians. And then we also built our military barracks. Now this, we haven't started building any units yet, and that's a very specific reason, because when it comes time to it, we are going to go to war with a very specific person, and when we do, we are going to switch patron gods, which you can switch at any time, and we're going to switch to Mars, so we can recruit troops to have a higher morale and reduce workforce and money upkeep, but we're not going to do that yet. Thank you, Teragon. So sometimes doing things that the other AI likes, they'll just give you gifts. When you build your first Harver, the Teragon gives you a gift of 10,000 denarii, which I'm not going to say no to.
Only time will tell.
You know, I'm not going to say no to, but we've also queued up some research here.
Yes, young squirrels.
Where our Teragon, I just saw him and I've got Teragon on the brain. Sewing circles is a research that allows you to get +1 knowledge from your spinners. And then we're going to go down into some military stuff for very specific reasons. We'll figure out what those reasons are later.
Unless that is,
Oh.
I am seeing double.
Okay, Ben. So there's also quite a bit of... Some visitors have arrived to your villa. There's also quite a bit of these... I guess they're narration events. Basically, we're getting a specialist for free. Brutus and Gaius Julius. Brutus gives us plus 20% workforce from residents, and Gaius gives us 1.5 income area effect. I'm going to add Gaius because I like money. Who doesn't like money? And you can plop them right inside our governor villa, which I am going to do so. Oh yeah, I forgot I got this from working as well. So let's add both of these in here. And because of that, we can also build which is the Officium, which is, if you played Anno 1800, which I'm going to reference a lot because I've played a lot of Anno 1800, is the trade unions of this game. Which, can I move him over here and move this Officium right there? Ah, it's just too far away. So where should I put this? I guess right here for now. We also unlocked our Medici, which is our health buildings, basically our hospitals. And let's skip ahead until we unlock the 3rd level. Our city status decreased because I didn't add. I don't have enough things that benefit my empire yet. But we also unlocked soap as well as sandals and amphorae and olive oil. In order to get those, we need to go to a different island. So for the time being, let's go ahead and skip until we get at either the 3rd level or the next island settled. So a little time has passed.
Your confidence knows no bounds.
We settled our 2nd island over here. Oh, you want a trade treaty?
You motivate me.
Thanks, bud.
I'd like your autograph on this treaty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do a trade agreement here.
I'd be delighted.
Now, you might be wondering, wow, Boast, where'd you get all that money from to settle a 2nd island? It hasn't been that far, has it? And you're right. So I went to the diplomacy screen, and I actually took a loan from the AI. Well, I can't take one from her now, but I did just take a loan a little bit ago. I can't take another loan for another 3 hours. That's 3 hours in game time, so you could speed that up. But she's very... what's the word? She loves giving out loans to... I mean, all of them do, but she really likes giving out loans. She will offer it constantly. But I specifically wanted one so I could settle the 2nd city. So I could start working on getting resin as well as olives for our amphorae and olive oil for our plebeians here. And we're actually going to start working on that now. So let's work on this here. Okay, so you may have noticed we have built up a little bit. I did say that I was going to establish this island and start working on the things that I need here. So we have quite a bit of olive production going on, as well as resin, and this is all getting shipped to and from that island via trade routes. I've set up a trade route by building a civilian boat, and this is what is going back and forth, taking olives as well as resin from this island to my main island here and dropping it off. I have everything set up here. We do need to have plebeians, the tier 2 residents, in order to work on the resin tappers. So I set up a little community here, gave them market, tavern, as well as the sheep so they can build the felters. And we can upgrade at least some of them to plebeians while we have the rest of them working on olives. And if you just noticed from that notification, whilst I was doing that, we've got our first units going here, which I actually forgot to switch. So let's switch to Mars. It's going to reset our devotion to 0, and that's fine. We are going to lose some things, like we lost our workforce here. So because of Ceres is a smaller workforce based off of doing things like farming and stuff like that. But now we specifically did this because our relationship is worsening because I changed to devote my devotion to Mars and off of Ceres. That's on purpose. And you'll find out here in a quick minute. What I am going to do, we did go through and do all of those quests as well with the AI. Got a bunch of different specialists, threw them into my villa, where we have one that's giving us less workforce, extra income, as well as recruitment speed. This is going to help us out with pumping out units, which I am currently working on archers. And let's go ahead and transfer that back into... This is a new one I just picked up, so let's go ahead and add her into... Let's give us extra knowledge for all of our buildings here. And what we're waiting for at this moment, let's go ahead and zoom in. Oh, on our auxilia right here. This is how they... It's in the previous one that Anno that had the units. It is fairly similar. The units move in formation. You can move them and change formation like so, and spread them out. You could do that with multiple groups. So right now we have 44 hit point unit of our auxilia. It is our tier 1 military unit right here. They do require your Libertas workforce in order to train them. So we are going to need a little bit more population, which, speaking of, I am actually going to downgrade some of these plebeians so we can get our workforce back up. Ooh, a new festival can be hosted. This is a new festival. This is a festival specifically for Mars. We will end our series festival, but start start the one for Mars, which we can do. Let's do that. So we are going to get less growth, but we are going to get extra melee attack, which is specifically what we wanted to do. And hey, cool. We got a new specialist because of that. Available patrols. Okay. I mean, sure. Why not? Those patrols are specifically for the city watch right here, which we have a couple of them, which, yeah, we could build. There we go. Now we got another unit as well. I am putting them into the same control group, but this is a group of archers. And let's move these onto maybe the beach over here in a specific formation like so. Let's go like this and see what that looks like. And while we're doing that, we gonna start working on our tier 2 boats. And there's a reason for this, but let's go ahead and work on this this request by Teragon to pardon his family. While we do that, we'll work on some of our... as you can see, we have some very high fire safety. Very, very high fire safety going on. Here you go. We can add that to our control group of ships. So we should probably take care of that. We already had a couple fires happen. So let's add some extra fire safety around here. You can tell what areas need fire safety based off of these little green arrows. But I also researched wells as well, and that also brings down some of the fire safety, which is, as you can see, I did what I was doing earlier, mentioning moving back a house like so, like this, adding a little road and putting that on there. And we could go ahead and do that for some of these areas over here that need it, like so. We could do one right here. Where else needs them? Right here. Add one right here. And that just helps reduce fire safety overall. Now, in order to actually need to add more. We're starting to run low on workforce. Let's build some more houses. We'll get some more markets because we do, as you can see, we're starting to run out of workforce here. So let's downgrade some of these plebeians into regular workforce. And we should be able to start. Let me see. Hold on. Where's our markets? I'm buying it for me. Yeah, I agree, bud. The tavern here. Let's add it to. Let me see. Yeah, this area needs a tavern. What is this? Here, let's move this over here. Move this right here. And let's add a tavern right there. That gives extra population. We'll add one down here. There we go. Some more population. We can add one. We can add one over here. Yeah. Workers need a tavern too, right?
Responsibility. Make the most of it.
Oh. Serious? Okay, let me see. Can't take him to man himself, mind you. I've got about. So our emperor, Teragon, his family. He released his family out of goodwill. I'm sure that is definitely. You know, he said he can't collect them by himself, but we'll meet someone. I'm sure there's definitely nothing nefarious going on here, yeah? Remember, this is that one quest that Teragon wanted from us, like, a while ago. There you go. Let's grab them. Emperor would like you to deliver Teragon's family to her associate. Okay, well, let's go here, then. Let's go deliver the family to the associate. In the middle of the ocean, surely nothing, this is nothing nefarious whatsoever, yeah? We've made it. Surely, take Teragon's family to the Emperor's associate. Might as well, yeah?
The urgent matter, Ere.
The Emperor's trusted associates fly no identifiable color or banner. The captain waves over you with a scroll. Sealed orders, he claims, can't let you see them, but he promises this, hand over the family and all of Teragon's problems will disappear. Do we trust the ship and hand over the family, or do we fight them? Sure, let's just hand them over. Teragon's family disappear into the holds of the ship. The captain thanks you for your understanding and promised to commend your good manners and prudence to the Emperor. All right.
Time of gains for all.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sure there was nothing nefarious going on there whatsoever, yeah? Nothing nefarious at all. If there's there's a lot of things that Anno is good at, but one of the main things that Anno is really good at is the music. Good God. I love the soundtrack of this game. And all the other games too.
From streets away.
So let's go and we're starting to build up a little bit here, some forces, but we finally got to the point where we can upgrade our plebeians to the tier 3 residents. Let's go ahead and do that. And now we have the Equies. They require, just like previous ones, they require one of each of these from the Libertas as well as one from the plebeians, and now they need either wine and or cheese. We cannot get cheese because in order to do that we have to go to Albion, which we can at some point, which is what the Emperor is telling me now. You can now go to Albion, the other province. If you've played other Anno games, you understand how this works, going to a different area.
Convictions of your own.
We're not going to do that at this time.
I'm not really asking you.
Oh, you want money? I'll give you a less impressive sum. How about that? Sure, why not? But we've got the plebeians here. We've got the tier 3, which unlocks, or sorry, not the plebeians, the Equies. That gives you the ability to get wine as well as aqueducts. Now, in order to do aqueducts, you need concrete. Concrete requires limestone, which we could build here. Sand refinery, which you just place it on the beach, and the concrete mixer. So we could actually start working on some of that here in a little bit. But for now, oh, look at that. We got another unit. Maybe we'll get another one here. A fourth one. No reason. Don't ask what those reasons are. You can tell we've been trying to supplement the workforce here. Very... Don't ask why. Just reasons. Building a little haphazardly. Without any sense whatsoever at this time. And that's fine.
Found my boy.
They did.
He washed up at the beach. Dead.
He did. Uh-oh. Teragon demands an audience.
Left our father. Only one came home.
Uh-oh.
I know not what befell the others.
Make a choice. Alright, Governor, what has happened to my son? I found him on the beach, wet, cold, and lonely, yet he yet lives, gripped by a deep slumber, but I fear he will never wake. Of Merope, there's been no sign. The Emperor told me they were taken aboard a ship, but no ship reached my shores. Surely this wasn't your doing. Surely not. As your friend, I beg you, tell me what happened. Blame it on the Emperor? Or admit it was my fault? Well, we're already losing trust with the Emperor. But also, he hates that I like Mars, so I think we're gonna admit it's our fault. I can respect your honesty, even though it's little worthy of it. I ask you for a favor and you repay me with treachery. Teragon is gearing up for war against me. What did I ever do to you?
There will never be a mark of yours that I will not erase.
Now, you might notice I've lost a lot of workforce here. That's because there was a massive fire and burned down a lot of buildings. That was my fault.
My Imperium's in good hands, I see.
Luckily, we have a lot of... Oh.
Make me hate you, so we never agree on anything.
Luckily, we have a lot of lumber so we can repair all of this.
Antics have pushed me to this.
Is it my fault? All out war declaration. Okay. Did you just tell me to... What? Alright. Where's my flagship? This is why I built these here. Man, he hates me. He hates me. He is mad. I mean, I don't blame him, but also just calm down a little bit. Like, what did I ever do to you? Aside from kill your family on accident? Our population, as I mean, we need way more farms, but you know, we're not going to worry about that, right? Not farms, residences. I guess we can do a little bit more here while we wait for that boat to come up. But don't, you know, this is, you know, we're doing this for a very specific reason, you know? Where is he? Is this him right here? Is this Teragon? There's his trading post. But where is his villa? All the way, ooh, he even built walls. All right, well, we're going over here then. We're not going to your villa.
As painful as it appears, a
touch of civil unrest. I have civil unrest. Uh-oh. What is it? What's wrong? You guys don't have food? Loot before the army does it? Uh-oh, maybe they need food. What do they need? I guess we don't have any city watches over here, do we? We've got like one. What are they pissed off about? I guess they just don't have enough food and they don't have enough of anything, basically. Oh, I should probably be researching some things.
There are signs of public unrest.
There we go. Oh, there's a lot of public unrest. People are mad. Is it my fault? Maybe. Maybe I should have been paying more attention to my my constituents, but I digress. I had other important things to do, like building an army. All right, we've made it to the other side of his. Let's unload everything. I'm sorry, Teragon. Actually, am I sorry? No, not really. I'm invading his island now. Actually, can I? Is there an unload all? Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go. Let's start attacking. Oh, he's got some units. Okay, and he's got a gate. What has he got? Oh, he's got like the next version, the upgraded version of my guys. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up in formation like this. We're gonna go start attacking his island over here. I could probably end up actually attacking his depot, which I am gonna get. Here, you know what? Let's get back here. I'm gonna make him bring his units to me, unless they're just gonna sit there. Okay, let's just go start attacking then. If he's not gonna come to me, I'm gonna start attacking his buildings. Have we? Okay, we've gotten the unrest.
Some of our work in the fire. For the penalties.
You know what? While we do that, let's you know, we have our workforce back, so let's just build more units.
One of our troops is under attack.
And while we do that, we're gonna go actually attack his depot and his flagship.
She is under attack.
My ship's under attack. Here we go.
Patriots to a man, pledging amity under the east.
Yeah, take it. Oh my gosh, our guys are fighting. We are taking a lot of damage from this, though. I actually didn't know there were units on top of a gate. Is anyone actually winning this? Let me see if we can retreat a bit without losing my units. Yeah, and have all of them attack. Oh, run! Oh yeah, one of them lost morale. They should be okay. Oh.
The enemy's eyes, men. Never let such fear well in yours.
Oops. Where's my units? There they are.
Gather arrows.
Oh, we can just start attacking. Oh, yeah, run away from his. That actually has a pretty long range. I'm impressed. What we can do is just start attacking.
Sagittari.
How much longer can you endure the clatter of falling scooter?
Can you calm down, buddy? Here it is. Now we're gonna go attack the front.
Prepare for war.
She is under attack.
We do have to be careful because the trading posts are actually pretty strong.
Festina lente.
And I'm gonna micro. Yeah, you need to run, buddy. But what ends up happening is, yeah, we lost a ship already, but it's okay because now we're just gonna destroy his trading post.
Ad manis fratrum.
And while we're here, we can go ahead and work on another boat
Importance, Ere.
and work on some more units.
A new unit has been recruited.
Heck yeah. Meanwhile, my other units over here are just ravaging his city.
Diana Willie.
Yeah, kill that trading post. Where is his villa? Is it inside here? It is indeed. Okay.
I was to fade gently, casting all my worries aside.
Well, you know what? You're not, because you declared war on me, so it's not my fault. I mean, it's a little bit of my fault. I'm not gonna say it is. But, you know, it is what it is, right?
She is under attack.
Easy. Ooh, what's that? Well, we killed his trading post. Let's just start ravaging the rest of it. The rest of his stuff. What we got? Oh, we picked up some porridge. All right. Well, now we can just start attacking the rest of his city. Reinforcements have arrived. Now, in order to actually take over another AI, you have to attack their villa, which is right here, which is what I built. So let's go ahead and make our way. Let's see, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be control group 3. Now, I can't actually hit anything, but we can go ahead and start the siege. Oh. And we're going to do something like this.
Information. Construction of a ship.
Same thing here. This way. And now we're going to start attacking with our units.
Is under attack.
Now let's all start attacking here. There we go. Attack it. We are also getting hit by the villa at the same time, but we should be able to attack this. We should be able to take it down. Ooh, wait, our island is not too hot. Which one was easier? I guess I could have just gone over and take that, but we're gonna take. We'll attempt to take this gate. Yeah, we're taking it. It's taken a little bit, but we'll take it here. And then we'll march our way into the city and go after the villa. All right, let's go. Villa time. Ship is under attack. Here we go. Let's march in. Look at them pour. Look at my units just pour in. Now it's time to attack the villa. This actually might be a little tougher because they have this gate over here too. So we have 2 gates plus a villa attacking. We'll see how long it takes. Let's build some more units. How are we looking over here? Yeah, we are losing some units, but we are taking down his villa pretty quickly, surprisingly, with just these base units. Let's slow it down and see what it looks like. Look at that. Look at them all going.
You should see the other guy.
You should see the other guy. But we'll go ahead and just keep attacking his villa while we work our poor city back here, which actually, you know what we can do is...
A new unit has been recruited.
Okay, just kidding. There's a new, there's some more reinforcements. Just kidding.
Diana willing.
Island is under siege. Yeah. We'll take his villa pretty easily here. We are bringing some more reinforcements. We don't even need them. We are decimating. These guys are probably going to die or at least lose all their morale. We are absolutely decimating his villa right now. And there it goes. There goes his villa. Let's go kill. Let's go attack this. Now we have to, in order to conquer the island fully, we have to sit here and we have to wait for it to go. So let's go over here.
Diana willing.
Why are they going all the way around? Here we go. Hold on. Let's go here.
Refectus.
I think I have to micro them all like so.
They'll never see us coming.
There we go. Let's go attack.
Hold them off.
There we go. And now we just have to wait for this to be fully conquered. I think if I just put my units here, they'll all attack. Yeah, you can make your way over here as well. While we wait for that to get conquered. There goes the gate, and now we can go and fully. No, so if you have to leave your units on here to fully conquer it. The more units are on it, the more the faster it goes. We're just ravaging the city while I do it. So we'll speed up here to take this full island. How's my city looking? You know, it's actually not as bad as it was earlier. So that's fine. Ha ha! Island takeover. You vassalized this island. Are you ready to integrate it into your province? So we can either spend money to take over the island. We do not have enough. We could spend reputation to take over the island. So we could spend reputation with the Emperor. He'll hate us. We accidentally completely annihilated one. We can raise it, or we can vassalize it, where we just put a vassal in charge and it remains how it is. I'm gonna raise it. I'm gonna raise it. That's what we're here for, is raising. Sorry. Goodbye. Everyone say goodbye to Teragon.
What could you possibly require?
That was... We kind of dunked on him.
As do we. Here.
But with this playthrough, I kind of wanted to showcase the land military, the land battles, as well as the naval battles. We could be doing, you know, some naval battles here. But the main one was I wanted to showcase the land battles without actually fully upgrading and getting up to like the tier 3 and tier 4 residences. Because having land battles back, having land military just adds a whole nother depth to it. A lot more things to think about, more ways to wage war. And so that was kind of one of the main things that I wanted to show this game, was the military aspect of it. So there's so much more that I could show here. There's so much more in this game that is just to this game. Like we upgraded. Let me upgrade it again. We upgraded a couple of these to the tier 3s. We didn't even get into building the tier 3 supply chains, as well as traveling to the other province of Albion, which we could have done and can do as well. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, thank you, Ubisoft, for sponsoring this video. I love Anno. I've put, like I said earlier, hundreds of hours into this game. Into Anno 1800, into the Anno series specifically. I love Anno 1800. I am really enjoying this game. There's just something that scratches my itch about supply chain city builders, especially RTS ones, considering how much history I have with RTS in general. So just the fact that I can do all this micromanagement, switching in between cities, building extra cities, selling ships, doing all of these contracts, as well as like the little storylines in between, you know, like with Teragon there. We have one with Diana as well. Not to mention balancing the supply chain aspect as well as the city building aspect of making your city like look pretty, you know, for example, and seeing all of the citizens walking around and everything. There's just so much to this game. There's so much to the Anno series in general. So yeah, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Once this game fully comes out, I will be doing a video on this channel, as well as multiple videos on my second channel. You can subscribe to my second channel here, boesthius Plays. It's where I do long form, stereotypical Let's Play content. So that's where you'll find that there. There will be, like I said, a video on this when it comes out as well. So regardless, please subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, bye-bye. Bye now.